Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Apollo 11 Command Module pilot Michael Collins goes west. Also, Airbus Helicopter Flightlab testing advanced autonomous features, and over 600 UK fines issued to airlines carrying passengers with incorrect paperwork. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. A true American hero has gone west. Apollo 11's Mike Collins has passed away. Michael Collins was born on October 31st, 1930 in Rome, Italy. He graduated from West Point in 1952. He chose an Air Force career. He was a fighter pilot and, from 1959 to 1963, served as a test pilot at Edwards Air Force Base in California. He logged more than 4,200 hours of flying time. Collins was a member of a third group of NASA astronauts. His first flight was as a pilot of Gemini 10. A 3-day mission launched on July 18, 1966. The flight, commanded by John Young, set an altitude record. The rocket of an Agena target docking vehicle with which they had docked boosted them into an altitude of 476 miles. Including the Apollo 11 mission, Collins logged 266 hours in space. He also served as capsule communicator for Apollo 8, relaying information between mission control and the crew. Today, the nation lost a true pioneer and a lifelong advocate for exploration in astronaut Michael Collins, said acting NASA Administrator Steve Jurczyk. As pilot of the Apollo 11 command module, some called him the loneliest man in history. While his colleagues walked on the moon for the first time, he helped our nation achieve a defining milestone. After the break, Embraer delivers 22 jets in the first quarter. More news after these messages.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
When adventure is calling, the Bori by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bori's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bori has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bori Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bori for yourself at flightsimple.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Embraer reports that they delivered a total of 22 jets in the first quarter of 2021. 9 were commercial aircraft and 13 were executive jets. As of March 31st, the firm order backlog totaled $14.2 billion. During the first quarter, Embraer delivered the first conversion of a legacy 450 to a Praetor 500 jet for Air Sprint Private Aviation. The Canadian fractional ownership company has another legacy 450 scheduled to convert to a Praetor 500 this year. Argentina to welcome the 17th FAI World Paragliding Championship. The 17th FAI World Paragliding XC Championships was supposed to take part in France starting May 20th, however it was cancelled on March 12th. Soon after, the CIVL Bureau received a proposal from Loma Bola, Argentina to organize the championship in November. The Argentinian proposal turned into a proper bid that was discussed by the delegates and PGXC committee. The light flying conditions were reportedly the only point questioned. Barksdale Defenders of Liberty Air and Space Show coming up. Held for the first time in 1933, the Barksdale Defenders of Liberty Air and Space Show is a full weekend spectacular featuring displays of the latest, as well as historic, military, and civilian aircraft and other related performers. Many commemorative Air Force aircraft will be in attendance, including B-29, B-17, Texas Raiders, A-26 Lady Liberty, PBJ Double Dog, and Tora. These CAF aircraft will participate in a Heritage Bomber formation pass, following a 3-ship active duty formation featuring a B-1 Lancer, B-2 Spirit, and B-52 Streator Fortress. NBAA pays tribute to former NTSB Vice Chair Robert Francis. NBAA President and CEO Ed Bolin has marked the recent passing of Robert T. Francis, former Vice Chair of NTSB. Francis died April 17th at the age of 83. Throughout his distinguished career, Bob Francis remained committed to improving the safety of our nation's aviation industry, and his work drove several laudable changes towards that goal, Bolin said. Appointed to the NTSB in 1995, Francis played integral roles in the investigations of the May 1996 downing of ValueJet Flight 592 and the July 1996 loss of TWA Flight 800. Well, that does it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's return to the rest of the news. Airbus is introducing autonomous features to its helicopter Flightlab through a project they codenamed Vertex. These technologies aim to simplify mission preparation and management, reduce helicopter pilot workload, and further increase safety. The autonomous technology building blocks set to integrate the Flightlab are vision-based sensors and algorithms for situational awareness and obstacle detection, fly-by-wire for enhanced autopilot, and an advanced human-machine interface in the form of a touchscreen and head-worn display for in-flight monitoring and control. The combination of these technologies will enable a system that can manage navigation and route preparation, automatic takeoff and landing, as well as following the predefined flight path. The incremental integration of these technologies onto the helicopter Flightlab has begun ahead of a complete demonstration in 2023. Airbus Urban Air Mobility will also benefit from this technology as an essential stepping stone towards autonomous flight. We are excited by the potential that the Vertex demonstrator project has to offer, said Grazia Vittadini, Chief Technology Officer for Airbus. After these messages, over 600 UK fines issued to airlines. I'll tell you why after the break.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/Rusty today for details.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Whether you're charting a steady course or pushing for the ceiling, Hartzell Propeller has been elevating flight for over 100 years. It's in our passion for engineering and research. It's in our dedication to testing the limits of performance and creating propellers that are as safe as they are sexy. Now, together with our dedicated family of companies, we're propelling the future of aviation. We are Hartzell Propeller, built on honor.
Welcome back. The UK Civil Aviation Authority has issued 630 fines since February to airlines carrying passengers without the right documents. CAA notes that it currently remains a requirement for all passengers, no matter which country they have traveled from, to provide proof of a negative COVID-19 test taken no more than 3 days before departure and to self-isolate on arrival. A passenger locator form must also be completed, and passengers arriving without a completed form and a negative test also face a £500 fine. Carriers are obligated to ensure passengers have these documents before they arrive in England and can face fines up to £2,000 for each passenger they carry who does not have a valid pre-departure test certificate, and £2,000 for each passenger who does not have a completed PLF. This is in addition to fines of £4,000 for failing to provide the correct information to passengers before departure and during the journey, informing them of the requirements, and a £2,000 fine for conveying passengers who have been in a red list country in the previous 10 days to a non-designated port. Well, that does it for our show today. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. You can catch episodes of Airborne on Roku and Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne in the directory. And don't forget to follow us on social media, and feel free to comment with story ideas or just to say hi. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.